Canto 8. Continuing, I tell how for some time before we reached the lofty tower's base, our eyes were following two points of flame. Visible at the top, and answering these, another returned the signal, so far away the eye could barely catch it. I turned to face my sea of knowledge and said, "O Master, say, what does this beacon mean? And the other fire, what answer does it signal? And who are they who set it there?" He said, "It should be clear over these fetid waves. You can perceive what is expected, if this atmosphere of marsh fumes doesn't hide it. Bow never drove arrow through air so quickly, as then came skimming across the water a little skiff, guided by a single boatman at the helm. "Now, evil soul," he cried out, "you are caught. Phlegias, you roar in vain this time." My lord responded, You'll have us in your boat only as long as it takes to cross the fen." Like one convinced that he had been the butt of gross deception, and bursting to complain, Phlegias held his wrath. We boarded the boat, my leader first. It bobbed without a sign of being laden until it carried my weight. As soon as we embarked, the ancient prow turned swiftly from the shore. It made a deeper cut into the water than it was wont to do with others. In the dead channel, one rose abeam coated with mud and addressed me. "Who are you, to come here before your time?" And I to him, "Although I come, I do not come to remain." Then added, "Who are you, who have become so brutally foul?" "You see me, I am one who weeps," he answered. And I to him, "In weeping and sorrow remain, cursed soul, for I have seen through all that filth, I know you." He started gripping with both hands at the boat. My master stood and thrust him back off, saying, "Back to safekeeping among the other dogs." And then my guide embraced my neck and kissed me on the face and said, "Indignant soul, blessed indeed is she who bore you. Arrogant in his vice was what one when he lived. No goodness whatever adorning his memory, his shade is furious in the world above. How many a self-deceiver now continuing himself, a mighty king will sprawl swine-like amid the mire when life is over, leaving behind a name that men revile." And I said, "Master, truly I should like to see that spirit pickled in this swill before we've made our way across the lake." And he to me, "Before we see the shore, you will be satisfied, for what you seek is fitting." After a little, I saw him endure fierce mangling by the people of the mud, a sight I give God thanks and praises for. "Come, get Filippo Argenti," they all cried. And crazed with rage, the Florentine spirit bit at his own body. Let no more be said of him, but that we left him still beset. New cries of lamentation reached my ear, and I leaned forward to peer intently out. My kindly master said, "A city draws near, whose name is Dis, a solemn citizenry and mighty garrison. Already clear are mosques. I see them within the valley, baked red as though just taken from the fire. And it is a fire blazing eternally inside of them that makes them appear within this nether hell." We had progressed into the deep dug moats that circle near the walls of that bleak city, which seemed cast of solid iron. We journeyed on to complete an immense circuit before we reached at last a place where the boatman shouted, "Now get out! Here is the entrance." Above the gates I saw more than 1,000 of those whom heaven had spat like rain, all raging. Who is this who'd go without death through the kingdom of the dead? And my wise master, made a sign to show that he desired to speak with them aside. And then they tempered their great disdain a bit, answering, "You by yourself may come inside. But let that other depart who dares set foot within this kingdom. Let him retrace alone his foolish way, try if he can, and let you remain here who have guided such a one over terrain so dark. You judge, O reader, if I did not lose heart or believe then, hearing that cursed voice, that I would never return from there. O dear guide, I said, who has restored my confidence 7 times over and drawn me out of peril? Stay at my side. Do not desert me now like this, undone. If we can go no farther, let us instead retrace our steps together. That nobleman who led me there then told me, do not fear, none can deprive us of the passage one has willed for us to have. Wait for me here, and feed your spirit hope and comfort. Remember, I won't abandon you in this nether sphere. So he goes away and leaves me, the gentle father, while I remain in doubt, with yes and no vying in my head. What they discussed together, or what my guide proposed, I do not know, for they were out of hearing. Before much time the demons scrambled back, where we would go, and then I saw our adversaries slam the portals of the entrance in the face of my master, who remained outside and came back to me walking slowly with downcast eyes, his brow devoid of confidence. He said, who has denied me this abode of sighs? And then he said to me, don't be dismayed by my vexation. I will conquer this crew. However, they contrive to block our road. This insolence of theirs is nothing new. At a less secret gate they've shown it before, one still unbolted and open, as you know. You read the deadly inscription that it bore, already on this side of it, down the steep pass, passing the circles without an escort. Be sure someone is coming to open the city to us.